right, good afternoon, and I turned around and we have a full house, and that is so wonderful. Welcome to a Strings Crewe cello group performance, and welcome to the Northumberland Library, who has been so gracious in letting us use this beautiful space for our lessons this whole year. And I really appreciate that. It's such a nice place to work and have the light coming in, and people can just come right to their lessons and not have to drag everything through the library. So it's been perfect for us. Thank you. So the advertising, you need some more chairs back there?
Oh, no, we're fine. We want to see the players.
Okay, right. That is the important part.
Yeah, the musicians, I should say.
We've advertised this as a concert for about women composers. Well, it's been a real challenge for us, and we want to share that challenge with you. And maybe as you're enjoying the music today, you'll learn a few things and maybe take home a new perspective about what it was like, has been like to be a woman composer in America and around the world from centuries until today. I also want to introduce to you Mrs. Sue Nunn. Some of you know her. I see some faces I don't recognize, so I'm assuming some of you may not know her. She has been the person behind String Crewe. It began a little over 3 years ago. We were in a pilot program. We started as a group hoping to have a youth orchestra in the Northern Neck, and lo and behold, we do. So we started it in September through all the lessons we've had through 3 years, and we'll be starting our second set of orchestra pieces to be performed at the end of May. So we'll let you know more about that as time comes. But let us get started. We're going to just start with the piece. I'm not going to introduce it. I'm just going to have them play it, and then we'll have a little discussion. Minuet number 3 is first. they weren't. First piece you heard was by Johann Sebastian Bach. Second piece was by Henry Purcell. Both very famous, wonderful musicians whose music we learn in our Suzuki Method books. As a matter of fact, books 1, 2, and 3, which the students are using, have absolutely no music in it written by women. So what we did was, we had to really think about this. Sure, you've heard of Clara Schumann. Surely there's something out there. Sure, you may have heard of Fanny Mendelssohn. Yeah, they were classical women musicians whose music was written for piano but never transcribed for cello. There were probably women in the classical period writing music, but because of the times and the way things were never able to be published. And we will never know that music today. So what we did was we looked to the last 100 years where we knew we could find some things. So we're going to start with a woman named Kathy Blackwell, and she is a very current contemporary writer. Her music is always packed with lively dances and original tunes and duets, and she received an award for the Jacqueline Begetta Award for significant contribution to music education in 2017. So we're going to start with a couple of her pieces. The first one is called The Banyan Tree, and that will be performed by Daniel Hughes and Monty Bates. Sitting under a banyan tree and relaxing on this cold day. We'd rather be in the sun. Okay, the next piece we're going to do is by the same woman. This is going to be a solo by Monty Bates, The Gypsy Dance. we're going to do, number 138, they can be getting that out as I tell you a little bit about this piece. Y'all know the first lady of jazz, I hope, Ella Fitzgerald. So she took a little song called A Tisket a Tasket, a child's nursery rhyme, and made it her hit song that started her career off to a good start. 4 years prior to that, at age 15, Ella Fitzgerald went to the Apollo Theater in Harlem for an audition for a scholarship. And she went in there going to do a dance routine. But she saw some of the other dancers and realized, oh my gosh, they are so much better than I am. And on the spot, she decided to switch just to singing. And she won that day in the category of singing. So after that, things just got rolling for her. So we're going to perform a little bit of that Tisket a Tasket for you, and then I'm going to let you hear Ella Fitzgerald's version. Even the smallest pieces of music that you can think of can be made into something beautiful and wonderful. So, the next piece we're going to do is very contemporary. How many of you have heard of Christina Perry? Oh, somebody has. So she's an American singer-songwriter. She is most famous, I think, for writing the theme music for the Twilight series. 1,000 Years. You will probably recognize it when you hear it. And she got her start actually on So You Think You Can Dance. She didn't go there to dance again, but she had a friend who worked there, and she kind of passed a piece of her music to the choreographers who liked it. And so her first song, Jar of Hearts, got her started. And after that, then she was able to do more writing. And like I said, she's a young person, born in 1986. I think she's a young person. So she's got to be somewhere in her 30s. That's young. So this is going to be played by Lily Hughes and myself. So we have Linwood. Let's have you come over and sit in this chair for just a moment. form in here, and you know what happens to strings. We have these wonderful tuners. We don't have to just always listen by ear anymore. That were provided to us. Electronics are wonderful these days. Yes, sometimes they are. Blackwell. This is going to be performed by Riddell. And also what's kind of fun about a lot of contemporary music, you can get CDs and background music to play with you. So this is one of those. I'm trying to remember the name of a country something. Wild West? Not even close. Wild West. Okay. This is Daniel Riddell playing Wild West. It is an awesome piece. Ready? That's the thing about playing with CDs. They don't stop and start for you. Ready? plays it awesome.
You got it.
Composer, and I had not heard of this woman, but luckily in the music world you have friends are all over the place, and so I put some feelers out to some of my other cello players, and lo and behold, there's another cello player now who's Nina Busby, who's a good friend of mine. She said, I'll arrange some music for you. So here we have a woman arranger helping me out with this one. And this is going to be a piece called A Little Spanish Town. It was written by Mabel Wayne and was first published in 1926. And she had a lot of songs, but I had never really heard of them. But I've heard of all the people who actually sang them, like Bing Crosby and Dean Martin, Rosemary Clooney, Herb Alpert. They all recorded this song, A Little Spanish Town. It was even used in an episode of I Love Lucy. So I hope you enjoy this one. Sit back and listen for that little Spanish town sound. and it was written by the woman Blackwell, who we started with today. It's called Question and Answer. And the piece was written so that we would have one group playing a question. If you listen, you'll hear a question being asked by one set of players and answered by the other. But she left a whole verse out. So we had Lily write part of the verse as a question, and then Riddell wrote the answers. So we got to do some of our own composing this month. So I hope you enjoy question and answer. We're not doing the first two. Properly. I don't know that I did that. We have Monty Bates. Go ahead and take a stand and remain standing. Daniel Hughes, Lily Hughes, Linwood Blizzard, and Daniel Riddell. Let's give them another round of applause. Thank you all. Look for news of an orchestra concert coming up and another recital in June, so keep your eyes peeled for the String Crew's next adventures. Thank you for coming.